welcome to today's video, which is season 1, episode 3 of Foundation Friday. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Estee, and on my channel we discuss everything in the beauty world and sometimes some other things. So if you enjoy that, be sure to subscribe. And if you're enjoying this video while you're watching, be sure to give it a thumbs up and like it because it really helps me out. So for today, we are trying the brand new Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. This is a medium coverage foundation with a natural finish, and it retails for $20. So it is probably the most affordable foundation that Sephora carries. And I will be doing a full demo application and an 8-hour wear test. So if you want to see how this foundation applies and wears throughout the day, plus some other new goodies from Sephora, then let's go ahead and get started. Let me start off by showing you the 2 shades that I picked up. Right over here is 24N and right over here is 26N. So these are both marketed or named as light to medium with a neutral undertone, but as you can see, they are very different. I feel like 24N has more of a golden undertone, and then 26N has like a peachy undertone. So I don't think either of these have like a true neutral undertone. I do think that 24N is definitely more neutral, and that's the one I'm going to go with today. I think it's going to be a little dark for me, but these are the only shades that I picked up, so I'm going to have to make it work. All right, so I'm going to take, I guess, 2 pumps of 24N. There's the consistency right there. It's definitely more of a cream consistency. It's not like super liquidy. So I started applying this foundation and talking, and then I realized that I wasn't recording. So let's try this again. But what I was saying is that while I apply this, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the foundation. Usually I do like an intro where I go through the foundation and the claims and so on and so forth, but I don't know, I just figured I would switch it up. I don't know what's like better for the viewer or what kind of layout you like better, so definitely let me know down below. But this is supposed to be a medium coverage foundation with a natural finish. So super simple. I love natural finish foundations, and I do like medium coverage. I prefer full, but obviously we'll see if we can build this one up. Now that we have one layer, I think the color is actually looking pretty good. Let me zoom you all in. So here is how one layer of the foundation is looking. I did a sponge on both sides of my face. I think it's looking really, really nice so far. I definitely would call this a medium coverage. It's covering up some of my scarring, but you can definitely still see my breakouts showing through. Before I go in with the second layer, I do want to give the first layer a second to dry down, so I'm just going to apply this down my neck. All right, I'm going to pump out another 2 pumps. And I'm going to warm that up and just try to thin it out. I feel like it's inevitable that I'm gonna have to compare this to the new Morphe foundation because it's the same coverage, medium coverage, same finish, natural finish, and they're both $20. So I feel like it's just inevitable that I'm gonna see how this compares to that. And spoiler alert, if you haven't seen my Morphe video, I'm like obsessed with that foundation. So we'll see if this one is better or worse or how it compares. And as I dot this on, let me see what other claims this has. So it says that this is a long-wearing anti-pollution formula that hydrates skin for up to 12 hours, and it is infused with skincare benefits, hyaluronic acid, red algae extract, and brown algae extract, and those are meant to hydrate and have an anti-pollution shield. We are going to do a wear test on this, of course, a full 8 hours, maybe a little bit more than that. This is supposed to last for 12, so we shall see. I feel like I just put so much more foundation on, but we will see how it builds on top of itself, obviously. And let me tell you really quickly, if you are new here, what my skin type is. So my skin is extremely combination. My T-zone gets very oily. My chin is dry as the Sahara Desert. And then the rest of my face is like pretty much normal. I also have acne, which I'm sure you saw, a lot of acne scarring. And then I also have perioral dermatitis. So I definitely have a little bit of everything going on. So here is the second layer of the foundation. Here is how it's looking on the skin. I think the skin is looking really, really nice. I will say that I feel like you can still sort of see my blemishes coming through just a tad bit. So I wouldn't say that this is like a full coverage. And also over here, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I feel like it's accentuating my dryness just a tad. I do think it's looking really nice. I do want to add just a tad bit more just on this pimple over here. and my pimples over here. So I do say that this is buildable. Can you build it up to full coverage? I would say no, but that being said, I do still think the coverage is absolutely beautiful, and it is setting down pretty quickly, not like super quickly, which I do like. I like when foundation sets down quickly, but not like too quickly where you can't blend it out. So I actually think this foundation is looking really beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and apply some more makeup items to my face. I'll see how the foundation sort of settles down and dries down, how other products layer on top. And then I will be coming back because I do have a few more brand new items from Sephora that I do want to try out on camera. So I will see you in a bit. All right, so I am back. I did my blush, contour, concealer, I did my brows, so on and so forth. So the next two products I want to try out are this Rare Beauty liquid eyeshadow and the POREfessional Super Setter. I think I'm going to do this first, and then I'll spray this before I do my mascara. So I got the shade Nearly Neutral. Right here is a quick swatch of it. I thought it would be like more brown, but it's kind of like a rosy nude. I'm just going to take it on the applicator and start applying it to my eye. I guess I'll just start with like that much. And I do have a brush. I guess maybe on this eye, let me just buff it out with my finger, and then on my other eye, I can try the brush. It's definitely blending out super easily. I think it looks good. With this eye, let me just go in with the brush quickly. I'm just scared it's gonna dry down. Yeah, this one's already starting to dry down. But it still blends out really nicely, really easily. Oh wow, this one blended out beautifully with the brush. Let me use the brush on the other eye. As far as the color goes, I have to be honest, I don't love the color. It's just a little too red for me. I just took a little bit more, and I just want to see if I can build this up a little bit. Just like, why not? And I'm going to blend it out with the brush again. Oh yeah, it can definitely be built up. Wow, I'm really impressed with this formula. It's super easy to blend. I will say that it does dry down fairly quickly, so I would go in and blend it out immediately. That's really pretty. I think the formula is amazing. Obviously, because I'm wearing the foundation for 8 hours, we will see like if this creases throughout the day or moves around. All right, so let me set my face. This is the POREfessional Super Setter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. I feel like it's not really fair to be using this. Like when I do a foundation Friday, test it out foundation, I usually don't use setting spray unless I'm looking like very cakey, and I don't use primer just so I can see like how the foundation is just on its own. But because we have this, I really want to try this. It says it's a lightweight microfine mist, helps lock on makeup, softens the look of pores, and feels lightweight. I'm just going to apply this to my T-zone. Okay, the mist is really nice and fine. Do I feel like it softened my pores? Not really, but I guess we'll see like how it looks on for the rest of the day. So the last product I have to try out is the new NARS Soft Matte Tinted Lip Balm. Here are the two swatches. This swatch right here is Brief Encounter, and this shade right here is Unrestricted. Brief Encounter is sort of like a brownie ready nude, and Unrestricted is sort of like a pinky mauve type of shade. I do want to apply both of them separately just to see how they both look. So let's start with Brief Encounter. All right, I didn't put any lip liner on, by the way, just because I wanted to see like how it would look on its own. It feels really nice. It feels nice and moisturizing. I feel like my lips are looking weird with no lip liner, but that being said, it looks and it feels really nice. It kind of just feels like a normal bullet lipstick, but a bullet lipstick that's like a little bit sheer, because you definitely do have to build these up a little bit, but it's really looking nice, and it does feel like nice and hydrating, like a balm. Now let me just remove this so we can try the other shade. All right, here's the shade Unrestricted. I feel like this shade is definitely more sheer than the other shade. I don't know if it's more sheer or it's just like a lighter shade. I really like this shade. I feel like this shade is really pretty. It's almost like My Lips, but better, like My Lips, but just slightly more pink. It kind of has like a plum undertone. So yeah, these feel really nice and comfortable, but obviously we'll see if they're actually long lasting. I feel like the reason I picked these up is because I love lip balms and I need it because my lips are super dry, but typical lip balms are not really long lasting. So I feel like because they're matte, hopefully they will last longer. So here is how the makeup is looking all finished. Before I say goodbye for our first check-in, I do want to sort of just update you on how the foundation is doing. It did not get into any of my fine lines. However, I will say that by my dry areas, by the sides of my nose and on my chin, it's accentuating the dryness a little bit and it's kind of breaking up over here a little bit. I also think that when I applied the blush on top, like I felt the foundation sort of moving around underneath, but other than that, it's looking really, really nice. I feel like my skin is looking really nice and healthy. It dried down completely on its own. I didn't need to set it with a powder. So yeah, that being said, I will see you in 4 hours. All right, we are back. It has been exactly 4 hours to the T. I literally put a timer on my phone because I feel like anytime I do these check-ins, I say, all right, see you in another 4 or 5 hours. Then I come back and I'm like, oh my God, it's been like 8 hours. I totally forgot. Any Coozers, it's been exactly 4 hours. I feel like my T-zone is looking really good in terms of shine and my oils coming through. Now, I don't know if that is because of the foundation or because of the setting spray or a mix of both, but it is looking good. That being said, my dry area, my chin is totally breaking up. Let me zoom you all in. All right, you're zoomed all the way in over here on my chin. It is totally breaking up, but other than that, like I mentioned, my oils are looking good. So far for anyone who has more oily skin, it's looking pretty good. Like I said, my dry area has become an issue. I also quickly wanted to update you all on the NARS Soft Matte Balm. This literally did not last at all. Like I mentioned before, I thought because it would be a matte balm, the longevity would kind of be there. No, I mean, I literally didn't even eat anything in the 4 hours. I'm actually starving right now. I did drink some water, but it literally just faded completely like any normal balm. So I do really like the color and I really like the formula, but longevity, this definitely let me down. And then as far as the Rare Beauty eyeshadow, it's looking good so far. It hasn't creased or moved or anything like that. But that being said, I will see you in another 4 hours for the final check-in. All right, I am back. It has been a full 8 hours. So let me give you the lowdown on how the foundation is looking. In my T-zone, it's looking pretty good actually. My nose is pretty oily, but like my cheeks and my forehead are looking really good when it comes to oils. My dry areas, on the other hand, are not looking so hot. It's completely separating and looking dry and cakey and absolutely horrible on my chin, separating around my nose as well. So that being said, I think if you are more normal to oily, this will really work for you. I do think that if you are dry, you would still like this, but if you have like dry spots, I don't think it would work because I think it would cling. But if you overall are dry but don't have any like dry rough patches specifically, I think it would work. That being said, compared to the Morphe foundation, which I have right here, I definitely think for the same price of $20, I rather get this just because you can build this up to full coverage and it wore much better on my skin. As far as the other things that I tried out, I did go ahead and apply the Rare Beauty liquid eyeshadow to my lips. That's what's on my lips right now. And it just feels like a comfortable liquid lipstick. So it's definitely a multi-use product. It did not move or budge or crease on my eyes. So I'm really happy and impressed by this. And I definitely want to go in store and see the other shades that they have. And yeah, that being said, that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching another Foundation Friday with me. I absolutely love filming these videos. If you enjoyed this, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!